Now we'll hear a few words from one of our responders who had more than just some experience with calls relating to carbon monoxide poisoning. Let's give a listen to Craig Przansky.
About 4 years ago, I was working at Station 47 in West Boynton, and we received a call for unknown medical at one of the developments near the firehouse. When we arrived there, we found two people inside of their bedroom. There was an elderly female and an elderly male. The female had diabetic problems, and the male, we assumed, was trying to help her, and he was on the ground. We assumed that he had fallen. We started treating it as a medical call, and we noticed a peculiar odor in the air. And I had one call about a year to year and a half before that, something similar with carbon monoxide, where there was a vehicle running in the garage. And I recognized the smell immediately as being car exhaust. One of the interesting things is that car exhaust smell, especially with newer vehicles, does not smell like what you think a car exhaust would smell like. It smells more like almost like a solvent. Very pungent odor, almost a kind of sweet odor. And when I had smelled that initially, I just thought that it perhaps might be carbon monoxide related. There was no other indicators pointing to that. We were on the other side of the house from where the garage was, so we didn't hear any vehicles running. We didn't have any other smell. There was no smoke in the house. When I went over to the garage, we did indeed find that the minivan that they had in the garage was left running. At that time, we went ahead and ventilated and got the people out as quick as we could. Put on all of our PPE and our air packs, and then opened up the garage door to ventilate it, and then shut off the van. Once we realized that it was carbon monoxide was the major cause of what was going on, we went in with a meter once the district chief got there and found the levels to be way over 600. In some places up about 800 parts per million, which is definitely above the 35 parts per million where the alarm starts going off. Once the garage was ventilated appropriately, then we were able to shut off the car. We didn't want to shut it off beforehand because we didn't know what type of environment it was, if it was going to be explosive or not. And we felt the best course of action was to ventilate it out first and then shut it off, so that way it would reduce the chance of any explosion happening. If you detect an odor that you don't recognize, and especially if there's patients involved where you think the patients may be being overcome by the odor, even if you don't associate it with carbon monoxide, get those patients out as quick and safely as you can and stay out of the building until you can get further testing done. One thing that can't be said enough, not just of this type of call, but really of any call, is just be aware of your surroundings. If something doesn't seem right, there's a good chance it's not right, and you probably need to figure out what's going on exactly. Don't assume every call could be a regular medical call, because something can go wrong that you're not suspecting and just catch you off guard.